What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I've been thinking about doing a video like this for a little while. We are now, in the UK at any rate, we are now in our third week, coming into our third week of lockdown. And for most people, I have no doubt, are bored and struggling to think of things to do and are relying a lot on their broadband providers to give them YouTube, and they're relying on their television providers to provide them with quality entertainment on the TV. I want to refocus you a little bit. I want to think more of like, have that winner's mindset rather than a victim mentality. We're all in the same boat, and some people obviously still have very important roles to play within society. If you're working for the healthcare systems or you're a key worker, you really are keeping the country up, so thank you so much for doing so. But for those of you that are sat around at home or that are struggling to keep themselves entertained, this video is going to hopefully pinpoint some of the things that you can do to keep physically and mentally healthy and fit, and to keep yourself entertained. And potentially to achieve something that you've always wanted to achieve along the way too. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first one is a little bit of a tip. It's something that I have been trying to apply to my life at this point in time, being on lockdown, but that is to try and keep yourself in some form of routine. Now, before lockdown, we have jobs, we get up at a certain time, we go to bed at a certain time, we go to work, we come back, we go to the gym, we keep fit, we socialise, we do all those things. It's so easy when you're on lockdown to fall out of all those and to end up going to bed at like 3 AM and waking up at midday. Alright, obviously if you're in a position where you are able to work from home, fantastic, that's going to help you with your routines. But if, like me, I'm a teacher, I'm quite limited to what I can do from home. And if you're like a builder or a hairdresser or a beautician or whatever it might be, if you can't physically do work whilst you're at home, or you're limited to doing work, still try and set yourself, sleep is often a good way of regimenting yourself. So set yourself a bedtime, set yourself a wake up time, and then whatever you do within your day is up to you. But try and keep in some form of routine, because once all this is over, you want to be able to transition back into your normal life as easily and as efficiently as possible. And if you don't have routine, that's going to be really hard. The second thing, guys, is, and this is something that I've been trying to do whilst I've been at home, if you've got any goals, any dreams, which hopefully you all have, things that you would otherwise push aside because of, quite frankly, excuses like I don't have time, or I don't have the money, or I don't, this and that's going on, you've got no better time to do it than now, right? If you've got that idea that you've been playing around with for months, years, it might be writing a book or learning a language or learning to play an instrument, anything. It could even be something like a business idea that you've been thinking and playing about with. Now is the perfect time to act on it. Yes, I know for some of you, or for lots of people, money is going to be an issue, but that doesn't matter. As long as you've got your thoughts and your ideas down on paper, you've started to create something, you started to do something. Once you start coming into a bit more money later on down the line, later on in the year, next year, you have already got all of that hard work that you have done, that you've created, all in one place, and you can then act on it. Alright, so make the most of the additional free time that you've got to put your efforts into something that you've always wanted to achieve. Alright guys, this one is something that I've been doing a lot, and that is all to do with your physical health. We are in a position now where it's so easy for us to sit down, stick Netflix on, put YouTube on, eat loads of crap, and just sit there and not do anything, not be productive. Okay, make the most of the opportunity and try to keep as fit and healthy as possible. Put your diet in check. Come up with some sort of healthy eating plan. Especially important now that we can't go to the gym and we can't exercise and do the fitness things that we would normally do, like our sports. Go out, make the most in the UK. I don't know about elsewhere around the world, but in the UK we have that one sort of session, that 1 hour of exercise that we can go out. Jump on a bike, go out for a run, go for a walk. Be that with your family, friends, or by yourself. Do some home workouts, some home exercises. Work your body in different ways. Maybe take up some yoga. It's something I've been doing, and I've been really enjoying it. You don't need any exercise equipment. I've got like a door gym, I've got some dumbbells, but you don't need that. most of the stuff I'm actually doing doesn't even require those. I'm doing lots of press-ups and walking lunges up and down my corridor. So try and invest in yourself and try to maintain as healthy a lifestyle as possible. So aside from keeping physically fit and physically healthy, we also need to make sure that we're keeping our minds engaged and our minds switched on, because normally we are flooded with and almost saturated with entertainment. We've got phones, we go out and we see people, we go to the cinema, we do all sorts of different things, and we are so saturated with entertainment. Whereas when you're by yourself, especially if you live like me, I live by myself, I don't have any family or friends in my flat, I live here by myself, you have to try and come up with that yourself. You have to try and keep yourself entertained. I'm used to that. As a kid growing up, as a teacher, like I know there are so many things I can do to entertain myself. I meditate, I do yoga, I've been reading loads and loads of books, and I've been absolutely loving my reading at the moment. I've been creating videos similar to this. Obviously I've been doing sport and fitness, I've been talking to friends and family, but cabin fever is a thing. Listening to music, going out on walks and runs, like try and keep yourself mentally switched on and exercise your brain as well as your body. It's really important, and it will help when you sort of go out into the real world after all of this craziness has settled down a bit. Alright guys, and sort of the last thing really that I would suggest you do is take a real look at where you live. That could be your wardrobes, that could be your kitchen, your bathroom. Obviously, if you don't have any sort of DIY equipment, then you're limited to what you can do. But have a real good tidy of your home, of where you live. I'm a strong believer that if you've got clutter in your life, in your home, then that will like sort of lead you down a cluttered mind path, if that makes sense. So if you look at your bedroom and it's all messy and it's you've not done your sorted all your wardrobes out, you've not made your bed, like that sets you up for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. So have a really good moment, put some music on, go and clean and tidy. Be honest with yourself, be quite harsh with yourself. If there are clothes in your wardrobe that you've not worn for months, years on end, get rid of them. Put them on the side. Don't necessarily throw them out, but put them on the side. When the shops open up again, take them to a charity shop. Tidy things away. You might find things that you forgot you had. For instance, I started tidying and I found my sewing machine. And I know it's not the best job, but I made a pillowcase. Alright, seems really simple. It's not even the best pillowcase, but it kept me entertained, and it taught me how to sew. So tidying, decluttering, it's really important, because again, we don't often have time, and you feel so much better when you live in a healthy, clean environment. So yeah, make sure that you have a look around your apartment, your flat, your house, wherever you live, and give it a good clean, a good tidy, and it will settle your mind. Alright guys, so that's pretty much me done. The last thing I would say is having some R&R, some peace and quiet, is really important as well for your mental and your physical well-being. But you just be aware of how much of that you're doing, and try not to fall into the trap of just sitting down, snacking on crap food and watching Netflix, because that's not the way you want to go. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, I have to admit, like probably a couple of hours a day, but I'm watching podcasts. I'm watching Joe Rogan. Shout out, if you've not, go and watch Joe Rogan. He has some really interesting guests on. So I've learned all about martial arts and fitness. I'm already a martial artist myself, but learning about diet and how that can help you in your workouts. I've learned about astronomy and listened to Brian Cox and all sorts of other people. So yeah, so take that R&R, but also try and maintain some form of order in your life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys are bearing up with this. Always think there's someone worse off than you. Try and be grateful for what you've got around you. And yeah, let's get through this together. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Consider hitting that like button. If you want me to do a video on anything specific about my routine, or if you want to see me do a specific video, comment down below. And as always, please consider subscribing. And if you hit that little bell notification, you will obviously be notified every time I upload. Alright, let's get through this together now. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.